the message of the day.
Message.
For all those who are going through right now, it's my message for you. Never give up. Never stop trying. Keep on making things work. Keep making your money. Stay on your grind. Hold your head up high. And stay prayed up. Take this message in stride and be blessed.
Be blessed.
Welcome back to Straight Hating Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, welcome back.
This is episode 95.
95.
The message of the day was brought to you by Straight Hating Fashions and More, an online store selling a new brand of merchandise called Straight Hating.
Yes.
Go check us out.
Check us out.
Cop the merch.
Cop the merch.
I know things are going rough out there, prices are going up, but we still got discounts on our website, so go check us out.
You know what I'm saying?
Go to straighthatingfashionsandmore.com, straighthatingfashionsandmore.com.
That's right.
I'm your host, AC.
AC. Woo woo.
Joining me tonight, my lovely co-host, Tasha May.
Okay, and this Tasha Mack. When you say my name, make sure. Wait, hold on. It's Tasha Mack. Holla back. When you say my name, make sure you say it completely. That's Tasha Mack. Holla back. Let's go.
That's 2 episodes in a row you did that.
I know.
You slipping on your pimping.
Slipping on my pimp.
You don't know your name.
I know my name. I know who I am. I know who I am.
Say
I
your
know
name, say your
who
name.
I am.
If you're not sleeping, if you're straight awake, go ahead and say your name. Say
Tasha
your
Mack,
name, say
holla
your
back.
name. All right. Had to throw little vocals up now. You know what I mean? Say your name, say your name.
Okay.
Gotta do a little something.
He got some rhythm.
Gotta do a little
He
something.
got a little rhythm.
A little something.
Little rhythm.
Hey, listen. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yes.
Okay. How was your day?
My day was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
It was cool. I had to rest. I was tired. My body was hurting, body aching. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you know about all of that. And it's just like I just couldn't move.
I mean, excuse you? What do you mean you sure you know about all that? What does that mean?
As you get older, you know, you just had a birthday like last month. You know, so as you get older,
Baby, I'm young. You know what I'm saying?
you have body
I'm
aches.
young.
Listen, you think you can go, but your body be like rest. And sometimes we don't listen to it, so the body be like, I said rest.
But don't throw that on me. I'm young, baby. You know what I mean?
I know you can be young.
Y'all see me? Y'all see me? I look good. I'm
When
young.
your body tell you to rest, that's just what you're gonna do.
I understand that.
You gonna try, but your body gonna say, not today.
You gotta go rest.
Your body gonna say, not today.
Either you take the rest or your body will make you rest.
And that part, my body made me rest, even though I want to go.
Alright, so you ready to get this going?
I am super ready.
Alright, so we gotta get this done in this one take. We got a lot to cover.
Let's see if he can handle it.
Let's see if we can do it, huh?
No, let's see if you can do
I
it.
can do it? Hey, this is the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get it in. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it. We're gonna start with some entertainment and sports news. Alright, I tried to get something in the WNBA, but then I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Last year, I was more into WNBA. I was watching the games, stuff like that. I was really into it, but I don't know. I mean, I saw some stuff a few days ago, and I wanted to talk about it, about the Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese thing. But then I'm like, nah, Angel Reese. But I don't want to be talking negative. You know what I'm saying? You know, plus I'm not really watching games this year like I did last year. So, have you kept up with the NWA? In the WNBA?
No.
No.
I want to, but no.
Hey, not that we don't like the WNBA. We thought that it's a great. First of all, you ladies are doing it.
Ladies.
Your ladies are doing your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Keep away, like who's winning, but like invest, like.
And I gotta say the tragic stuff that's going on, that a lot of the race things that's going on right now is affecting everything, even basketball. Because it even affects. I noticed it when Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark was going at it a little bit on the field, on the court, and then how the people in the stand was booing Angel, making racial slurs and so that. You know, it's like everything's affected right now about what's going on. The energy is just off. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really want to talk. I didn't really want to talk about anything negative about the game because I respect those ladies, everybody doing their thing, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? I was more into it last season. This one, just the atmosphere is just different right now, and everything's been affected. And we got NFL coming up in less than 90 days. 90 days before the preseason begins, and I'm concerned about that because I'm thinking, I talk about this. Everything's been affected right now, and it's more racially stirred up. And I don't want, because everybody loves football. I mean, everybody loves basketball too, but everybody loves football in the season. More people in the football season that I've noticed. I don't want that to blind us to what's going on in the world because I think that's going to be a situation that we're going to get blinded. I mean, last season, things was going on behind in the government, and I kept on out with that, let y'all know what was going on behind the doors while the game was going on. And I think this season's going to be worse. So I not really got too much on the actual stuff, but we got to be careful what's going on because it's actually affecting I see it affecting the WNBA.
Yeah, because I was more into, I'm still more into, college basketball. Unfortunately, I haven't crossed over to WNBA, but those ladies are out there, they doing their thing, they going hard, they going ham. This is their next level after college and everything. But I was, so super, super invested because, Dawn Staley, USC coach, Gamecocks, she was out there doing her thing. She was, her and the team, they was, representing. So, I immediately, drew my attention. But since then, those years, I haven't really watched the NBA. I really haven't watched the WNBA. And this year, I haven't even watched the NBA as itself. So, I'm slipping on my pimping when it comes to basketball sports. But I know football is coming up, and y'all already know. That's my thing. That's my topic. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. The Diddy trial is still going on right now, and crazy thing right now. Have you been keeping up with the Diddy trial?
I've been keeping up with the hearing of the Diddy trial.
Listen.
I've been at work, so I couldn't really
Earlier this week, a devastating thing happened. Prince, the artist formerly known as the symbol and the legend Prince made a comeback just to take down the Diddy man.
From beyond the grave.
Let me play this clip real quick.
Clip?
Listen.
Then the prosecutor connected the device and pressed play. The voice that echoed through the courtroom wasn't the confident, flamboyant Prince the world knew. It was quiet, low, uneasy. I'm making this recording because I don't know who I can trust anymore, Prince began. The tone sent chills down the spines of everyone listening. This wasn't a performance. It was a confession. In the recording, Prince said he'd attended private parties hosted by Diddy at properties in Miami, the Hamptons, and Los Angeles. He described what he saw in unsettling detail. Young artists being separated from their handlers, encouraged to drink and take pills, private rooms with locked doors, cameras hidden in fixtures, no security personnel allowed inside. The exact same pattern Cassie Ventura described during her first 2 days on the stand. Prince wasn't vague. He named names. He mentioned specific dates, including a December 2015 party in Beverly Hills. And he described behavior that matched earlier witness testimony almost word for word. But what made this different, what made the courtroom shift from disbelief to alarm, was that Prince was speaking with full knowledge of what he was doing. "If something happens to me," he said, "this recording needs to go to the press or the police, either one." As Prince's voice played, Diddy's body language changed entirely. His eyes narrowed. His mouth twitched. He stopped whispering to his lawyers. He leaned forward, hunched slightly. His face was pale. Jurors began watching him as closely as they listened to the tape. Then Prince said something that broke the room. "These aren't just parties. They're traps." The silence was so complete, you could hear Prince breathing between words. In the back row, a woman visibly cried. In the front row, a reporter dropped her pen. Diddy's attorney placed a hand on his client's arm, trying to calm him. Diddy pulled away. Prince continued, explaining that he had warned Diddy about what he saw, that he approached him during an after-party in 2016 and told him the manipulation of young artists and guests had to stop. Prince claimed Diddy laughed and told him, "You might be Prince, but you're not untouchable." That line hit the courtroom like a gunshot. Diddy's lips moved. He whispered something to his team. One of his attorneys grabbed a yellow legal pad and began writing furiously. Another turned to look at the judge, as if waiting for permission to object. But there was nothing to object to. The damage was being done in real time. Just when the courtroom seemed at its most tense, when Prince's calm but damning words continued with relentless detail, Diddy snapped. The tape had moved on to describe another party, this one from March 2016, involving multiple celebrities and one disturbing incident upstairs. As Prince named the address, a location already referenced by the prosecution's forensic timeline, Diddy couldn't take it anymore. "That's a lie!" he shouted, standing suddenly. His voice echoed off the courtroom walls, startling even the bailiffs. The reaction was instant. Security rushed forward. His lawyers stood and tried to pull him back into his seat. One attorney hissed, "Sit down!" But Diddy's voice rose again. "He wasn't even there! That never happened!" The judge slammed his gavel down repeatedly. "Mr. Combs, control yourself, or I will hold you in contempt." The courtroom was now in full meltdown. Jurors exchanged shocked glances. Two looked visibly disturbed. A court sketch artist later told reporters that she had to erase and redraw Diddy's face 3 times. His expression changed so violently during the outburst, the judge restored order and instructed the prosecution to pause the tape. Diddy's breathing was labored. His hands trembled on the defense table. His pristine image, the billionaire mogul, the unbothered icon, was gone. And in its place sat a man visibly panicked, cornered, and crumbling in front of a jury.
All right, that goes on a little bit longer, but I just want to get to the gist of things. And as that went longer, Prince kept telling details and stuff, and came out with a bunch of names, detailed events, dates, times. He even described furniture, how things were. So you can't really say he was lying because he described detailed stuff. And it's like, yo, what do you think?
Got all things going on in my head right now. First of all, like, what Cassie went through, that's just so wrong. Like, almost felt like a Ike and Tina type thing with sex involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was in such an abusive relationship, like, for so long. And thank God that she made it out, and she made it out alive. Like, whatever else is going on, these parties and everything, and I'm just thinking about this poor young lady who had to endure all of this through her young age. And second of all, like, Diddy, man, dang, not you too.
But here's the thing, though.
But man, if you guilty, you guilty, and you just deserve to go down. Suffer the consequences.
But here's the thing, though. She was with him for 10 years.
Yes, but sometimes that mental abuse sometimes it's hard to get out.
So
sometimes it's hard to find that exit.
But she didn't decide to press charge of anything until after she got married. He broke up. She got married, had a baby. Now she's pregnant to have a baby again. Mm-hmm. He got locked up. And before he got locked up, he was with what's the old girl? Miami.
Carisha, please.
Yeah. He got her hooked up, paid her all her stuff, got her shows and everything. And then she sued Diddy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why now, after you got married, you moved on, you got stuff, and then after he was with Carisha and got her hooked up and everything, doing all the stuff that he didn't do for her in that time period, he did for Carisha in a short time period. Now you suing him and want money and stuff. So
yeah, I was gonna be on that thing too, like, you know, because I don't want to be like, you know, like the woman basher and like, oh, like you've been winning so long and all kind of stuff, so why now? But at the same time, I'm listening to the Prince story as well. Okay, Prince, you went there in December 2015, but then they say you went back in March of 2016. Like, why would you go back?
To my
With the Prince saying.
What's her name?
No, I'm talking about Prince and his speech right now.
Well, Prince went to multiple times.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you go
and
back?
And he recorded all these things.
But why would you go back?
Because he recorded all these things.
Okay.
He had ledger. You need to listen to the whole thing. I'm going to play the whole thing. I'll send it to you. Mm-hmm. Now, that way I can answer your question. Because he recorded everything.
He went back for evidence?
He recorded everything. And he put everything in his own private recording. And he saved it for himself. And he sent it to a couple of people that he trusted, just in case something happened to him.
But why would you go back?
Okay, I just answered that.
I'm not sure that's not answering nothing.
Then
because he did nothing with it the whole time that he was alive. So that meant that he didn't want to do nothing with it.
Didn't want to do it what?
All his recordings that he recorded.
Okay, that's stuff that can get him unalived. Here, just in that little part that I played, he was already threatened by Diddy, saying that you could be touched just because you Prince. You could be touched.
So now that you're saying that, imagine how Cassie felt. It was stuff that probably could have get her unalive.
Okay, but okay, if that's the case, not saying that against what she went through that wasn't horrible, but she was with him the whole time, left him, moved on with someone else, got married, had kids, and didn't wait till after he was with Carisha, got her all set up to file charges against him.
Well, maybe when he was with Carisha, that's when she probably felt like she was free and protected and was able to say what she'd been wanting to say.
She was already married with a child.
That don't make you say, look at Prince. He never said nothing. He unalive right now.
Okay, she's married with a child, and she did say something.
He was doing recordings.
But she said something after she got married with a child.
Because she felt like she has protection.
Okay. I think the trial's still going on. It still hasn't ended yet. It's get. They had Kid Cudi on the stand today, and he was.
Everybody going down. Poor little Kid Cudi.
And listen,
Nah.
listen, Bouncy and Jay-Z is a huge part of this too.
Everybody is.
Jay-Z was using Bouncy as an escort, allegedly.
I was about to say allegedly. Don't you come for the
You know what I'm
house.
saying? Listen, yeah.
Allegedly.
I keep you updated what's going on. The whole thing is crazy.
How gonna come for you?
So, hey, she was getting, they got videos of, she was getting down.
Where the video is at?
And then not only that, the baby. The baby already talked about this on when he was his interview. And he was like, she had approached him when Diddy he went to Diddy party, and they had just a few people in the room. You gotta listen to that interview too. And she was about to give herself. She wanted to get down with him because it's almost like she was made to do that or told to do that because that's how she approached him, introducing herself. You know, I'm Beyonce and everything. He's like, yeah, I know who you are. So it's a wild story. I done did the research on the whole thing. And Jaguar Wright.
He said.
And Jaguar Wright was correct about the whole thing.
All the speculations. Show me the proof.
Go look at the interview.
The interview is not no proof. That's just somebody talking.
Oh man.
Show me the proof. I don't even need nobody talking. Just put the evidence on the screen. Here you go. Bam. Oh snap. Damn.
Alright. But you know what? Something else going down in the entertainment business. But we'll keep you updated on that as we get more information on that, which was going on. It's like the Prince thing really knocked things down, though.
Yeah, but what's that, Prince? I mean, there's so much AI out here. Was that really Prince?
AI wasn't hitting like that back in the day. That was years. That's a year.
Well, they had it on a cassette tape.
Prince been gone for. First of all,
did they have that on a cassette tape?
Listen, first of all, Prince.
If that wasn't on a cassette tape and it was on a daggone like regular play, they played it from their phone or they played it from like whatever they played it from. It wasn't on a cassette tape or a VCR tape.
First off,
AI could have been involved with that. That could be
Prince
fake.
was gone for a little bit now.
Exactly.
And he been recording this for years, so there's no AI in play.
No, AI could be in play.
Oh man. Oh, you about this?
You can easily AI somebody all day long. Or should I say?
Now you can.
Yes, and you can AI somebody from the past.
No.
They even AI got it so bad that they making all the stars look like they're gonna babies.
All right. Okay.
AI is stupid. Whoever invented that, they should have left that alone. Yeah, it was creative and scientifically genius, but we didn't need that in this world. Because we don't know what's real and what's fake right now.
Alright. Okay, I think they got you in the Matrix. They got you in the Matrix.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to stay out of the Matrix so they won't get me.
Here's another story for entertainment. Chris Breezy was recently released from a UK jail in London on a $6.7 million bill. Let me get that story up for you.
Yeah.
He was
after 2 years, y'all.
Oh, you heard about that?
I know he done been over there more than been over there a couple of times, but 2 years they were like, okay, now we got you.
Cause
Why you messing with Breezy?
He went back on tour.
Yeah, but he done been over there before being on tour.
Right.
He done been back over there. We got pictures of him being over there within 2 years. Now that's, I don't know, that might be AI too. I wanted to say that's true, but that might be an AI. Somebody looking like Chris Brown. I don't know what's real no more.
All right, listen to this.
US singer Chris Brown has been freed on bail by a court in London after being charged over an alleged assault in a nightclub in 2023. The court gave the American musician permission to continue with his scheduled international tour, which includes UK shows in June and July. Let's speak to our news correspondent Greg McKenzie, who's been following this story throughout. Greg, good to see you. What were the conditions of bail?
That's my cousin.
Well, there were strict conditions, Lucy, in terms of the bail that was granted today in a London court, Southwark Crown Court. Now, just in terms of background, Chris Brown was arrested last Thursday in Manchester in the early hours of the morning by Metropolitan Police officers who were tipped off that the singer had arrived in the UK. Now, he was wanted for questioning in relation to an assault in a nightclub 2 years ago in London. So the singer had flown in to Manchester on his private jet to work on preparations for his tour. He has a number of UK dates, and it was then that the police arrested him last Thursday at 2 o'clock in the morning. He went to court the following morning, and the judge said that he was not going to grant the singer bail, and he was subsequently held on remand in a UK prison, we believe in a Manchester prison. Now today, his lawyers have submitted successfully a bail application, and the judge at Southwark Crown Court has granted that bail for the singer on the condition that the singer pays £4 million up front and a further £1 million in the next week. Now that is really a security deposit, if you like, so that if the singer breaks any of the conditions of that bail condition, then he would forfeit the £5 million in total. Now, as for other conditions that have been stipulated, the judge has said that he will allow Chris Brown to carry on with his UK tour dates. So he's due in Manchester, London, Cardiff, Birmingham and Glasgow, and also other dates in the US and Canada. The judge has said he will allow the singer to travel internationally, but he must provide an address here in the UK where he must reside until his next court appearance on June the 20th.
And briefly, Greg, we're seeing pictures of Chris Brown at the moment on tour. He's won a few Grammys. Tell us a bit more about his career and why he's so popular.
Well, Chris Brown is an international platinum-selling artist. He's had numbers and numbers of #1 hits, and an artist that has been in the industry for a number of decades. And many people have watched him grow from a child to a man and be quite successful. He's had a few issues in the past which were widely reported, most famously the incident with Rihanna back in 2010, and subsequently he had spent some time, had got prosecuted for that back in Los Angeles many years ago. But moving forward, the singer had apologised and has seemed to be getting his life back on track. And this incident 2 years ago, he's yet to answer to those charges or even enter a plea, but it's widely expected on June the 20th, when he appears at Southwark Crown Court, that he will submit a plea, and he will appear in court on the 20th of June along with his co-defendant Omololu Akinlolu, who is a music producer. Both the pair are accused of attacking a fellow music producer at a London nightclub 2 years ago.
Greg, thank you.
What you think about that?
Okay, did it take somebody over there? Okay, what, you got beat up or something? Now you want to sue? You probably enticed the man. I don't know, because Chris Brown been on his, like, goody.
They say him and his producer jumped the...
Yeah, they jumped somebody. Chris Brown don't need to jump nobody. So you must have had to attack him for him to, like, be involved in it. You must be did something to him. Now my Chris Brown, because he been delivered. He been delivered ever since that Rihanna case. He have been delivered. Like, yeah, he likes to slip and slide a little bit, but for the most part, he has been delivered and been trying to strive right. And there been a lot of people trying to bring down the Brown, but Brown still stands strong. And now he paying like millions of dollars for bail and still got to go back to court June 20th. Chris, as I was you, I know you got the tours and all.
So the tour out there in UK, so he gonna make
you gotta make that money back. I was about to say you're sitting there till June the 20th, but you gotta make that money just in case they try to charge you some more money to like completely get the case over with. Cause from this, all of this mostly stems from like, yeah, you gonna pay me. That's how they always be. Oh, you rich? You hit me? Oh yeah, lawsuit. Like, I'm gonna milk you and get as much as I can. Well, I wanna suck it dry, but you can't suck Chris Brown dry. I am sorry. Cause he is like the R&B king, baby, like the dance king, like no. So just get whatever you can get and leave Chris Brown alone, please.
Well, his case not going, his trial not going to start till June 20th.
June 20th. That's what I say.
That's when he give his plea. And then you don't know how long that's going to go on. That's going to go on for a minute.
Yeah, but y'all gonna let him tour and continue the tour, so that's good because other people are on the tour, like with him, like he's headline, but other people are on the tour.
Plus, he got to give address where he was at, wherever he's staying, so they can keep track of him while he's over there.
Do the Londons put the boots on the people over there in London? Do you do boots? Do you do knee braces? What they call leg braces, ankle bracelets? Do you do the ankle monitor? Do you do ankle monitor in London? Does Chris Brown have to wear ankle monitor?
Well, he can't leave the UK, so you can't leave it. So you got to stay there. So
now you're a resident of London now?
he's a resident now.
Is Chris Brown now?
So
bless your heart.
Hopefully he gets out of that.
Yeah, hopefully you get
through. I do no more time. You
get through this and cause that man, all that man want to do, all he want to do is dance.
Cause now he's doing time.
All he want to do is
now he's doing
dance.
time in a different country. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, when you're over there in a different country, especially you're an American. You know, Londoners don't like Americans because they like we fake. They the real Englishmen. And I was so like, yeah, just do what you gotta do, Chris, and come on back home.
Come back home, brother.
Or go back to like Africa, perform over there. Like after you finish with these people, like leave them alone. Not let's just like because sometimes you got that money though.
You gotta go to money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go. We getting paid that.
Trouble or not, like
and right now,
that money though.
It might be better being in the UK than being in America right now for the next 3 years. So I don't know.
Yeah, that money though.
You might want to be free out there. Let's be free in the UK, but don't be locked up.
But he ain't free. He was locked up. They had him down.
He was locked up.
Man down. They were saying that he wouldn't even be able to perform his tour, perform his concerts.
But he's back on the money.
But he on stage right now.
Yeah, he on stage now.
With a 4 to 6, 7 million, y'all, bond. But guess what? That's like saying $6.76 to us.
What?
Chris Brown money.
Oh, okay. You got any? You got anything you want to add to the entertainment and sports segment?
No.
All right, so we're gonna go out to some shout outs. Ready for some shout outs?
Okay, let's get it.
And listen, we're gonna shout some name out. So please go to our website. Well, go to YouTube and go the Straight Hating podcast on YouTube. Subscribe and like it, and put your comments in that as you watch. We definitely appreciate that. We definitely get your name and whatnot, and then we'll shout you out in the next upcoming episode. And if you see us on Facebook, Instagram, make sure or TikTok, like it, comment on it, and we give you a shout out as well.
That's right.
Please engage. You know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate you when you engage. That way we can see what you like, what you don't like. We interact with our customers, our viewers and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So if those who are interactive, please keep doing it. We definitely appreciate you. That's why we keep shouting you out on every episode. Okay. Now, if we don't get your name yet, don't worry, we're going to get to you. We got a lot of people shout out. We got a backloads of names to cover. And we can do so much on each episode. So go ahead and do it. Your name's going to pop up. Just got to keep watching, okay? Keep watching, liking, subscribe on YouTube. Definitely appreciate you. All right, here's a shout out.
All right.
Shout out to Alejandra from TikTok.
Alejandra, thank you.
Shout out to Jessica Maya 8 from TikTok.
All right, Jessica.
Shout out Kimberly Walker from IG.
Kimberly.
Shout out Pretty and Pregnant from TikTok.
Hi, girl.
Shout out Ahmed from TikTok.
All right.
Shout out Love and Wagers from TikTok.
Love and Wagers.
Shout out Daisy Johnson from Facebook.
Hey, girl.
Shout out Cather8. Catherine? Catherine? You got an 8 in there? So Cather89 from IG.
Maybe she missed to put the 8 in there.
Well, that's how they do it now. They put 8s in places of. They put numbers in place of letters and stuff like that. You know, but I still can't be able to read it.
You know,
I just don't know how to read that stuff sometimes. Shout out Anthony Flantos from IG.
All right.
Like
thank y'all.
And here's another one. 5-star. They got the 4 for the 8. So
like
5-star Kiki from IG.
All right.
Shout out Jackie 45. No, excuse me.
Yeah.
Lacey 45. Lacey 8265 from IG.
All right.
Shout out D Rob from TikTok.
You about to say Drew.
It's DR, you know what I'm saying? But it's capital D, capital R.
about
So
Dr.
D Rob, you know what I'm saying?
It might be Dr. Obi.
Yeah.
OBGYN.
Shout out D Rob from TikTok.
All right, D-Rob.
Shout out Zach Sanchez 436 from TikTok.
Sanchez.
Shout out Lewis from TikTok.
All right, Lewis. Thank you.
Shout out Parker 6834 from IG.
Thank you, Parker.
Shout out Brody from TikTok.
What up, Brody?
Shout out my main man Tom Ellis at Calendar Car Connection on Facebook.
How you doing?
Tom Ellis at Calendar Car Connection on Facebook.
All right.
Hey, listen, you're looking for a ride, you're tired of walking,
Okay.
you need a car, SUV, truck, you want to trade, you want to get refinance, you got bad credit, good credit, and perfect credit. Listen, go hit up Tom Ellis on Calendar Car Connection on Facebook.
On Facebook.
You're going to look for the red and black logo. If you see any other logos, that's not the right one. Go find the red and black logo. When you see the page, Calendar Car Connection, you're going to like it and also put your information in, and he will take care of you. He'll get you taken care of. Even though the economy is going crazy right now, he will hook you up. Make sure you tell him you heard it here on Straight Hitting Podcast.
That's right.
Go see Tom Ellis at Calendar Car Connection on Facebook. On Facebook.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
Look for the red and black logo.
On Facebook.
All right. Here's some Survivor 2025. You ready? Survivor 2025. Politics.
I'm gonna make it.
Current events. This is the end of the 17th week since Trump took office. That's the only time I'm gonna say his name. Any other time, I'm gonna refer to him as the Orange Man. He calls this period in time the Golden Age. I don't know what's golden about the damn age, except for he's selling.
It's golden.
He's selling the country off piece by piece to them. He just literally had a meeting about an hour or so ago.
Oh my goodness, this is new. Breaking news.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing, y'all. He's still the president. However, this meeting he has is not about any presidential. He says about personal.
Ooh.
Which when you're in that president seat, you're not supposed to break anything separate. So it's not presidential, so it's personal. So he had a personal meeting, a Bitcoin meeting. And the invites are from people from out of the country, right? And the seats are $1.4 million a seat or something like that, allegedly.
That's why I wasn't there.
And it's from people from overseas, different countries. These could be world leaders or whatever. And he's having a meeting with them, which they buy into his Bitcoin situation with him and his family. Now, this is week 17. This is the most illegal shit, period. You can't do this. You can't do this and have office and make money personally in your stuff, your own personal stuff, and invite people out of different countries to buy into something, have a secret meeting. This was a secret meeting. Bitcoin. So, listen, this is what y'all voted for. This is what y'all voted for, because you having meetings, financial gathering from leaders of different people, different countries, allegedly, and you're the president of the United States.
But at least he's doing it in our face, and like we know about it, At least he's not doing it in secret here.
Well, the meeting is secret.
Now that we know about it.
Listen, I got some breaking news for y'all. Again, this is Survivor 2025.
That's what the world's thinking.
Survivor 2025. Breaking news. While you was asleep last night,
Right.
the Republican Party voted in the House of Republic, 215 to 214 Republicans voted to cut Medicaid and SNAP.
Oh no, they really about to do it?
While you was asleep, 1 o'clock this morning, they had a vote late at night when no one's around. No one could know what's going on. They had a late vote. The Orange Man's bill is called the Big Beautiful Bill. This is the name of the bill. It's called the Big Beautiful Bill.
Mockery, yeah.
Now, before I go any further, let's talk about the name of the bill. This is like something of a fucking kindergarten would make up. Let's make the Big Beautiful Bill. It's so, what's the words I want to say? You have a bill called the Big Beautiful Bill.
Childish?
Right? Childish. It's just let's think of the name of the bill itself. Before I go any further, because I was.
It's like a kindergarten book that you read in first grade.
It's the Big Beautiful Bill. That's the name of the bill. That they try to stop going on for last week, but now this week, and it passed in the middle of the night while you're asleep. Okay, let me go on. Now, the Big Beautiful Bill was passed, and in this bill, it is not only stopping, we're going to cut Medicaid. Hold up. I made some notes. It's no taxes on tips. Okay, as if that's a huge thing. That's really good. That's a huge thing. First of all, people who working for tips, the job that they got is not paying minimum wage, first of all.
Right. Like $4, $5,
so
way below minimum wage.
He's messing your head up, think, well, I'm getting no taxes on tips. As if that's just a huge thing, which I'm happy for people who get tips, who don't tax on it, but that's not helping everybody. Why not have the minimum wage raised and then no taxes on tips? Okay, I digress. The Big Beautiful Bill has no taxes on tips. It made the 2017 tax cuts permanent. Whichever the tax cuts was in 2017, which raises more money for people who made $1 million or more. They get huge tax cuts, and those who make $100,000 or less don't pay more taxes. It raised the debt ceiling by $4 trillion. It cut $1 trillion from Medicaid and food stamps. So
that's the only negative on that list for me.
Well, there's more. Those are just the top ones that came up. There's a lot more.
Then there's more.
It cuts out. It takes away money from for student aid. So you have less money for student aid, and it's more. So, and 215 Republicans voted yes, and 214 House representatives voted no. All Democrats voted no, and 2 Republicans joined the Democrats to vote no. So in the 214, so still was short. So 215. Almost every Republican except 2 voted for this bill.
Man, I'm looking at those pictures.
And
are you serious?
what you gotta say about this?
Looking at these pictures of everybody who voted
for the Big Beautiful Bill.
For the Big Beautiful Bill.
And most of the people that's
all y'all white, man.
And a lot of them are already rich. So a lot of them have businesses and they're already rich. So it's not gonna affect them. But those who are not who are in House of Representatives that's not rich, that they're wealthy but not rich.
They don't need Medicaid. They don't need SNAP.
So none of the people that voted need that stuff.
But y'all didn't go into y'all communities, into y'all states,
Because most of their constituents
and just check
are
and
on
see if it's needed or not.
most of their constituents on Medicaid, SNAP, food stamps, needs assistance. Most of your constituents need that stuff that you cut
Right.
to get the bigger cuts for rich people.
Now, okay, slice SNAP for right now. Let's talk about Medicaid.
Right.
People need insurance. People need to be healthy in this state, in this country, in this world. Why are we going to cut Medicaid where people can get the help they need? Especially like when it comes to terms of people getting sick and like when the corona had hit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like people needed to go to the doctor ASAP because this is an unknown, what do you call it? Pandemic is the word I'm looking for.
Pandemic.
It's an unknown pandemic that we didn't even see coming. But a lot of people was able to go and get vaccinated to help stop the spread. Now, if some of those people didn't have Medicaid, they wouldn't be able to maybe get the shots to help stop the spread. And this country would be still dying from the coronavirus. So why not think of those people? And I'm not going to say the little people because there's be some people that's busting their butts, making their hard-earned money, and bills just get tight on them, and they need some help.
And paying for regular insurance for Medicaid.
We pay taxes.
Paying for regular insurance is high.
Yes.
Because that's covered
That's just for
by
one person. Imagine you
companies,
add
corporations.
on,
Yeah.
and imagine you add on your kids. They need dental, they need visions, they need medical.
And health. Medical health,
Yes.
dental vision.
And all of those four are separate entities
Yeah.
that you have to pay. $100, $200 for the med, $30, $40, $50 for the dental, $60 for the
Not to mention
vision,
visits.
and like the annual visits.
Visits.
And then sometimes the kids, they play sports and all kind of stuff. They got to take a physical, you know.
Medications.
Some kids, when they have to go to school, they got to take the shots before they be able to even be in school.
Shots, medications.
Some people need this.
Yeah.
A lot of people need this.
A lot of people need this.
And I'm speaking on the medical. Yeah, there has been some trends and some topics and all kind of stuff where people like make a mockery of the government, especially like with the SNAP benefits. Now, some people they family need food. If they out there busting their butts and everything and trying to make a hard-earned living, they need some extra food to feed their family. Now, of course, some people have been abusing the system, but what y'all doing right now is the same thing that they've been doing. Y'all abusing the system. Y'all taking away health from the people who voted y'all in.
Your own constituents need it.
Not even thinking that mid-elections are coming back around.
Yes.
So y'all keep doing what y'all doing,
Next
thinking
year.
that y'all gonna still be in office,
Yes.
and thinking that these people are not gonna be being mad. We might not be able to vote a president out, but we may be able to change the House to where the Republicans don't control everything. Because these votes come up every 2 years.
Yeah. Next year.
Every 2 years, y'all. I want y'all to remember that. Everybody who's watching, we can change the House. We might not be able to change the presidency because that's a 4-year term, but every 2 years we'll be able to change the government.
Right. It's not over, y'all. We got.
So if y'all feel like something is wrong and y'all need to make a change, make sure you are at those elections when they say it's election time.
Right. Right.
We can't just be sitting here trying to vote for a president because he doesn't run this country by himself.
Right. He's trying to. He's trying
definitely
to.
trying to.
He's definitely
And
trying
if he can't, he already know in 4 years he might be able to go. So he's set himself up to where after he leaves this, we'll be done paid for everything that he got, and he'll never have to worry about Americans again and live overseas with the Arabs and the Arabians or whoever else. With all them people over there and his mansion with the golden statue, offer all our hard-earned working money.
Survivor 2025.
Y'all don't see this, but I see this. He's taking every cut that he's making, just like the $4 billion that he had with old dude, I forgot his name, and the plane, the $4 billion on the plane. Yeah, all that money ain't going to America. But y'all like, oh, he made that deal. He gangster. Yeah, he gangster. Taking y'all money while he making money. Cutting all y'all stuff off. But he gangster though, right? That's what y'all like, right?
Survivor 2025. Hey, for those who like collecting coins and stuff, just know that this will be the last year that there will be the government will be making pennies. It will soon be phased out, and it'll soon be unusable to be used anywhere in stores or anywhere. So they're making it one more batch of pennies, and then that's it. They're stopping with pennies, and we're gonna have, you're gonna have, if you have kids that's young, that are elementary school or just been born or whatever, they'll never know what a penny is.
Then we used to get candy from the candy.
Because we'd be like, yeah, we used to have pennies and stuff. So they'll say, what is a penny? Just like people's like, what is a VCR? We have kids out there don't know what VCRs are, or what's the regular phone booth and stuff. Well, now it'll be pennies. Just the last year. So.
Why? Because it's brown?
It said it costs too much to make a penny.
Yeah, that's what they say. Because it's copper?
So what's going to have to happen is stores and stuff, bank stuff, going to have to round the prices up or round it down.
No more 99 cents.
It won't be no more.
No $3.99.
Anything costs for the penny.
No $3.98 at Walmart.
Round it up or round it down. So
everything got to be $2, $4, $5.
They'll have to be on the number. Yes.
Or it could be a quarter or a dime or a nickel, but
yeah, but once it's on the
no cents.
Yeah, no pennies.
No 1 cent.
How you feel about that?
I mean, it's sad because of what the penny like kind of like represent, but it's also I don't even know how to say it, because the reason, the stories that they told our generation and our skin color, the black people, is like, oh, they made the penny brown and put Lincoln on the penny because he freed the slaves. So it was the dark coin in the coin box, you know what I'm saying? In the dark coin in the bank, and it's just like all of that. I was just like, really? And then they made it the least amount because all of that is just like, and now they're gonna get rid of the penny. Like, is that like a?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't use pennies.
You ain't never used a penny to go to the candy store to buy 1 cent candy?
That's when I was a child.
Okay, so you don't use pennies.
As an adult, I don't even use pennies.
Just say you don't use pennies no more.
I don't use change really.
Just say you don't use change. Don't be talking about the penny like that. Because a penny saved is $1 earned.
I agree.
I
don't even use them. So.
You say about them pennies, you go to the coin store machine or wherever, to the bank, roll them up.
See, now we got another story to tell our grandkids and great-grandchildren.
Well, the future has what it is, the Afro.
About pennies.
What they call them, the Afro race. You can't say millenniums and Gen X, millenniums, Afros. The Afros got a story to tell, like, penny? What is a penny? And then our race be like, a penny? Oh my God, you don't know the story of a penny?
Survivor 2025.
Goodbye, Penny.
And
thank you for your time.
The Orange Man talks about retreating on ending the war between Ukraine and Russia. He said, not our people, not our soldiers.
So he retreating?
He's retreating on stopping the war in Ukraine and Russia. This is the same guy who told you guys he's going to stop it in one day. This same guy who said...
That was a month ago.
This guy who said, him and Putin's real... He talk all the time. Putin will listen to him, no problem.
Putin said, you thought. See?
That was a thought. Hey, Ukraine has stopped fighting, has ceased fire, everything. And when this happened, every time Russia attacked and said, we're not ceasing any fire. Every time. And this is the same thing that President Zelensky has said in his face, that in the Oval Office,
Well, he was so disrespected.
when he was so disrespected, and he said, how could you trust him, and what would make, could you do how are you going to believe what he says when he have done this already? And the Orange Man said, he's going to do it. You need to get on board. You're the ones who need it.
Sign the papers over to give us
Just
the
sign
minerals,
it and get it done.
and it'll be done. The war will be over.
And guess what? Zelensky signed. He signed the documents.
And there's still war.
And he was attacked immediately after, in the same day. So, and now they talk about retreating because it's not their war, not their people, not their soldiers. This is who.
I don't want nobody fighting. I don't want our soldiers to be going over the war. I want the war to be over because I don't want none of them to have to go over there, especially since, you know.
But he said he would stop it and end it, and it'll be
Join
done.
the army? Oh no! I don't
He
want
said
to
it will
war.
stop it and keep it, it'll be done. It didn't happen. He did not stop it. He had no control of Putin. Like he said he did. He made y'all believe he had control.
Like he make y'all believe everything.
He has no
else he
control.
says. But he gangster though.
So, and the Orange Man recently invited the South African president to the White House to give him the old Zelensky treatment, bombarding the African president with lies, videos, and paperwork. The Orange Man also aggressively told the African president what he assumed was happening in South Africa concerning white Afrikaners.
Is it Afrikaners?
White Afrikaners.
That's what they call them?
When they're white, they're Afrikaners. When they're black, they're Africans.
Is that real?
That's true. I want to play this real quick.
Then President Ramaphosa of South Africa tells Donald Trump, he goes, I can assure you that if there was an Afrikaner farmer genocide, the 3 white Afrikaner and other white agriculture ministers and opposition party leaders who are here in the Oval Office from South Africa right now, Donald, they would tell you, they're standing here right now. Here, watch this moment. Here, play this clip.
It will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us around the quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these 3 gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. They would not be with me. So it will take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
In my view, the South African president was way too nice and too diplomatic in dealing with the orange clown. That's what I posted on Facebook. Now, I gotta give it to him. He was very respectable. He was calm. He tried to debunk a lot of the different lies that Trump was throwing at him, and every time he did it, Trump got more aggressive. while talking to him, he turned the lights off. He threw in a video. He started giving information. Then he was asked, "What is this? Where's it from? Where's it from?" He said, "It's South Africa." He said, "This is not happening in South Africa." But what is this? So he was given information, and then every time he would, the South African president was saying, "No, this is not happening." He said, "Yes, it is happening in your country, and you're not telling the truth and all that kind of stuff." But the South African president kept his composure. He was very respectable. And this is not, even though I respect that, no one needs to go in that office anymore
without knocking a few bucks.
He didn't do this shit with what's the other president?
Kim Jong-un?
No, he came to visit him.
Zelensky.
He did the Zelensky already. That's a Zelensky treatment.
Okay, another president, Putin.
Putin didn't go to the office. Hold on, it was
the Arabian dude, Saudi Arabia.
I can't remember the other guy who went there, but he went there.
He had so many visitors.
No, it was only one other, and he had the same kind of suit as Zelensky. He ain't said nothing to him. He just was kissing his butt. El Salvador president. So the El Salvador president, he gave him much love and respect. Zelensky getting the respect too, and then South African president he getting the respect too.
Cause he about to try to buy their land.
And South African president said, I don't have a plane to give you. I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you. He said, but if you gave us a plane, the orange man said, if you gave us a plane, I definitely would take it. The South African president said, I don't have a plane to give you. So,
$4 billion deal with a plane.
You got anything to say on that?
This is all a part of Trump plan of the lands that he's looking to try to buy. And South Africa, of course, y'all know that's where Elon Musk is from. So they're gonna try to take over that land.
One thing y'all didn't know, you MAGATeers and Trump supporters, did y'all know that Trump actually has business dealings with South Africa? He has business dealings, personal business deals in South Africa that he's making money with.
Mm-hmm.
So,
land of the Trump.
All Afrikaners that came over, none of them are farmers. None of them are farmers.
No, because they're going to be Trump fans.
No.
Extra vote.
He said he was saving the farmers.
Lies.
None of them are farmers because spokespeople who are farmers in South Africa and those who are Africans both spoke on this week and said those are lies. Because the South African farmers are not leaving. They're actually still there. And they want to work with the black farmers and stuff and work together in peace. They won't have apartheid anymore. The people who came over here in Trump's group, they hate the fact that they no longer have apartheid. Apartheid was a racial divide discriminating against black Africans. So the ones who came over here, they want apartheid, but they can't have apartheid. So that the white Afrikaners who's still there in Africa, they want to stay in Africa. They're not leaving Africa because they want to work and work with the Africans and justify the incorrectness, that correcting stuff of the stealing of the past and all that kind of land and stuff. That they want to work and fix it with the people. So and they don't even have. And the farmers are still there. This is real news. The ones who came over here are not farmers. They're not being just
Are they even from South Africa?
They're from South Africa.
You sure they wasn't visitors?
But there are
Americans that lived over there.
But they are not farmers. But while they're in the States, they're gonna be given some farmland to work on.
To become farmers.
I will give you more information on episode 96. Thank y'all for watching.
Can't make this up.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, go to YouTube, subscribe and like, Go to Facebook. Make sure you make your comments in, like and subscribe, and share. Thank you for my supporters for supporting my online store and podcast. Please continue to give me your feedback. I definitely appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll give you a shout out in the next upcoming episode. Don't forget to check out my online apparel store called StraightHittingFashionMall.com. Go to StraightHittingFashionMall.com. Thank you for watching or listening, depending on what platform you're currently using. Follow my podcast on StraightHitting.Castles.com for video podcasts and StraightHittingPodcast.Buzzsprout.com for audio podcasts. I'm also on Spotify, YouTube, and several other platforms.
Right.
Here's my co-host Tasha Mack.
Okay, y'all already know it's Tasha Mack. Holla back. When you say my name, make sure you say it completely. That's Tasha Mack. Holla back. Let's go. Trump out the door.
Listen, I got more information to give y'all and provide y'all in the next episode. Things that was going on that you need to know. Just like Walmart, prices are going up in Walmart starting June. Everything in Walmart going up in June. Walmart said it.
Already going up cent by cent, penny by penny.
I'm your host, AC.
Yes.
Talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.